Hey, my name is Joe Polyak, local San Francisco Bay Area real estate agent with Rise Homes, and I make videos like this if you are thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, or you're just interested in knowing what's going on in the local market. Should I buy a home now or should I wait? That's a question that I get asked pretty often by a lot of people who might be thinking about buying a home, and they are not necessarily in a rush. So a lot of folks might have a lease that extends for 6 months, or they're living with their parents or living with somebody. And they're thinking, well, I don't necessarily have to rush in and buy a home right now. Essentially, the question is, should I try to time the market and buy at a time when things slow down? So right now, as I'm making this video is in the middle of October 2021. And as I'm sure you know at this time, the market has been crazy hot. It's been very on fire all year long. And only right now are we starting to see little signs of a slowdown, and homes that used to get multiple offers maybe get a little bit less offers, or just one offer, or even no offers at all. And so things are slowing down a little bit. Usually my number one answer to that question is no, you should never time the market. You should not try to predict what's going to happen tomorrow, because I feel that even the smartest people in the world, economists and professional realtors who have been doing this for 40 years plus, and business owners, entrepreneurs, etc., I think that nobody can predict the market, no matter how smart they are, because there's so many variables and so many things to think about. I don't think you should ever try to time the market. But when it comes to the question of, well, should I buy now or should I wait? That's more of a personal preference. And I think the most important thing to distinguish is that for a lot of people, you are putting your life savings, or a big chunk of your life savings, into a property, right? So it's very easy to get caught in the trap of thinking, well, this is an investment, so I should think in terms of what will be the long-term gain from this, or am I buying at a good time or a bad time? And a lot of people get stuck in that trap. And the reason why I call it a trap is because I like to distinguish personally my real estate investments, which for me are multi-unit properties in different areas, higher cash flowing areas, or potentially a flip opportunity, which is something that I will not be living in and is not something for my family. So I like to separate those, my real estate investments, from my real estate purchase that is for me and my family, for our personal use and enjoyment. And I like to separate that because you only live once. And although it's really important to think about how your investment is going to appreciate over time, I think what's most important is to understand that you do only live once. And when you're ready to buy a home for your and your family's enjoyment, and you're thinking about where you and your kids and the dog and whatever, your family, friends, everybody, how you guys are going to enjoy the backyard and the swimming pool, and or the condo association amenities, or how you're going to remodel the kitchen, or how you're going to have the bathroom, or what you're going to have the layout in, or how you're going to enjoy your house, that's a completely different set of considerations from the investment side of things and whether the property will appreciate. And the reason why it's important to think of it that way is because when you are thinking about the timing of the market and whether I'm buying at a good time or a bad time, you're naturally, what that is doing is speculating. And I think that speculation is not a good thing, because if you're thinking about buying your own house, because there will always be a better time to buy. And there will always be a time where the market is a little bit slower than a little bit faster. But what if your perfect house that is perfect for you and your family to live in does not come out at that time, when it is the perfect time to buy? What if now there's a hiccup in the market and prices have dipped 10%, but at that time there is no house that you love the floor plan, you love the area, it's in a great school district, it's close to shopping and parks, it's in the community you want it to be in? Trying to time the market in that way will inherently cause a lot of issues, because then you're going to wait until you find the perfect time. And then what's going to happen is you're going to realize, which most people inevitably do, that there is no perfect time. And you may regret not writing offers on properties that you would have loved for a price that maybe was a little bit more than you wanted to pay. Maybe it was a more competitive market at that time. And then you decided, hey, I should have bought that house because it would have been a perfect place for me and my family to live and create memories and enjoy our time and have a good life in, versus, oh, it might have not been a good investment at the time. So I hope this video was helpful to you. I know it's not the best answer that's out there, but it is usually, for me, I would say the most important thing for me to do is always to distinguish and separate my investments, my real estate investments, my stock investments, my investments, the things that I should not have an emotional attachment to, versus my home, for me and my family, which you inherently do have an emotional attachment to. So those things should be separated. And when I look at the down payment and the mortgage payment that I pay for a house that I'm going to live in, my number one consideration is I don't think about the investment or the long-term appreciation, which long-term appreciation will happen just due to inflation, and because you can't really build homes here anymore. We don't have a ton of land here in the San Francisco Bay Area to be able to build a lot. The long-term appreciation will happen, but I look at that, the investment that I'm going to make for my family's future, for the fun times that we're going to have, for the enjoyment that we're going to get out of our house. And I consider that, in a sense, a sunk cost rather than a something that I am looking as an investment long-term. So I hope this video helps. If you or anybody you know is thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate, feel free to call me. My phone number is 415-595-2647. My email address is joe@homesbyrise.com. And I hope I can help you in your home search, or if you're thinking about selling as well. Thanks.